Navigating customs requirements for used and vintage vehicles. Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will explore the customs requirements for importing used and vintage vehicles. Importing classic cars and collectible vehicles involves navigating specific regulations and compliance measures. Understanding the necessary documentation, valuation, and other considerations is crucial to ensure a smooth and compliant importation process. Join us as we delve into the key customs requirements for used and vintage vehicles. Importing used and vintage vehicles requires accurate completion of customs declarations. This document provides vital information about the imported vehicle, including its make, model, year, vehicle identification number, VIN, and country of origin. Ensuring the correct completion of customs declarations is essential to avoid delays and penalties at customs. One critical aspect of importing used and vintage vehicles is determining the accurate valuation of the vehicle for customs purposes. Customs authorities use the declared value to assess applicable duties and taxes. Importers should provide supporting documents, such as purchase invoices, appraisals, or market value assessments, to substantiate the declared value. Importers of used and vintage vehicles should be aware that there may be specific regulations or restrictions surrounding the importation of these vehicles. Some countries have age limitations or emissions requirements for imported vehicles, particularly those considered as vintage or classic. Thorough research and understanding of any applicable regulations is crucial to ensure compliance. The Harmonized System (HS) classification plays a significant role in determining the customs duty and import regulations for used and vintage vehicles. Importers must accurately classify the vehicle according to the HS code, which specifies the category and characteristics of the goods being imported. This ensures accurate assessment of duties and taxes. Importing used and vintage vehicles may require specific permits or licenses, depending on the country of import. These permits or licenses may include certifications related to emissions, safety, or historical authenticity. Importers should research and understand these requirements to ensure compliance. When importing used and vintage vehicles, importers should also consider any labeling or marking requirements that may apply. Certain vehicles may require specific labels or markings to comply with safety or regulatory standards. Adhering to these requirements is essential to avoid non-compliance issues. Transportation logistics play a crucial role in the importation of used and vintage vehicles. Importers should consider factors such as shipping methods, packaging, handling, and insurance arrangements to ensure the safe and secure delivery of the vehicle. Working with experienced freight forwarders or specialized automotive logistics providers can help streamline this process. Importers should also be aware of any additional documentation required by customs authorities, such as proof of ownership, certificates of origin, or vehicle registration documents. Providing accurate and complete documentation is crucial to ensure a smooth importation process and avoid potential delays or penalties. Working with a customs broker or a specialized agent experienced in importing classic cars and collectible vehicles can be highly beneficial. These professionals understand the intricacies of the customs requirements for used and vintage vehicles and can guide importers through the process to ensure compliance. Maintaining meticulous record-keeping practices is crucial for importers of used and vintage vehicles. Accurate documentation, including purchase invoices, bills of lading, customs declarations, applicable permits or licenses, and any other relevant paperwork should be retained. This documentation demonstrates ownership, proves compliance with regulations, and facilitates smooth customs clearance. Importers of used and vintage vehicles should also consider conducting a thorough inspection of the vehicle prior to importation. This ensures any pre-existing conditions or damages are properly documented, preventing any disputes during the customs clearance process. Staying informed about changes in customs regulations, import restrictions, and valuation methodologies is essential for importers of used and vintage vehicles. Regularly monitoring updates from customs authorities, industry associations, and specialized publications ensures importers stay up to date with the latest requirements. Collaboration and communication with industry peers, vintage vehicle clubs, and customs authorities can provide valuable insights and support in navigating customs requirements for used and vintage vehicles. Participating in trade events or joining relevant forums can facilitate networking opportunities and access to resources tailored specifically for this unique sector. In conclusion, complying with customs requirements is crucial for a seamless importation process of used and vintage vehicles. Accurate completion of customs declarations, proper valuation, understanding of applicable regulations and licensing requirements, adherence to labeling or marking guidelines, and thorough record-keeping practices are key aspects to consider. Working with customs brokers or specialized agents, conducting inspections, and staying informed about regulatory changes are important strategies importers can employ to ensure compliance and streamline the importation process of used and vintage vehicles. Thank you for watching this video on navigating customs requirements for used and vintage vehicles. We hope you found this information helpful and informative. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our content with others who may find it valuable. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos where we explore additional topics related to customs brokerage, customs bonds, and international trade. See you in our next video.